How to overcome adversity. Let me embrace thee, sour adversity, for wise men say it is the wisest course, wrote William Shakespeare. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here. I think it's August 30th. And I want to share with you this story of determination and overcoming adversity. About a week ago, the engine of my car overheated, and I took it back to the mechanic, and he told me that he would be able to fix it because about a year ago I had done what they call a gasket job on the motor, and I paid $1,700. So I figured the car was good for 2-3 years at least. So then I leave it there. I have no car to come biking, so I call a friend of mine who I met on the bike trail, who ironically went to the same high school as me, and I come with the car, and I come with him, and we're going over there to ride the bike, and I have a flat. So I said, go ahead, start without me. I'll fix the flat, I'll put air. So I had a valve, a little air pump, and I started pumping and pumping it. I don't know if you could see, but I got quite a nasty cut on my finger pumping. Finally, I kept pumping and the thing broke on me. So I said, well, I'll wait for him to come back from his ride, and then we'll go out. But then I said, well, you know what, rather than standing around, why don't I go walking on the bike trail rather than riding my bike? So then I'm into a mile into the walk, and he comes with his bike and his friend, and I said, I'll see you by the car, figuring that he would take a second ride while I'm walking. But then I realized that his friend was not as in good shape as he was and normally wouldn't be able to take the second ride. So I called him on my phone. Luckily I had it with me. And he said, no, we're not going back. So I turned around and walked back to the car. So then I walked the mile, we get in the car, I go home. I had a small compressor that you put in the glove compartment of the car, the cigarette lighter, to pump air into the tire, figuring, I pumped and pumped, but wasn't enough air. So I stopped pumping, I tried to start pumping air into the car, into the bike, and the compressor wouldn't start. I did it twice and it wouldn't start. So I told my wife, I said, Joan, let's go down to Home Depot. It must be the switch on this little compressor. So we went to Home Depot, we bought a new switch, come back, tape it up, plug it, do all kinds of stuff, plug it in the car, it won't start. Would you believe that? It just wouldn't start. So I'm really frustrated, and I say, Bill, you can't give up. That's what I try to teach you guys. You can't give up. You gotta lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, but not give up. So now I said to myself, maybe it's my wife's car's lighter. I never use her car, so maybe the lighter was no good. So lo and behold, the cigarette lighter in my wife's car is no good. So I go out, I go to an auto parts store, I bring my manual because I've never dealt with car stuff. I don't know anything about cars. I take it into the auto parts store, the man comes out, he finds where the fuses are, puts in a fuse, lo and behold, the thing works. So I said to him, as long as I'm here, why don't you sell me some antifreeze, because my antifreeze is like coming on, and I'm going to go down the street to a mechanic, let him put it in for me. He said, okay. I go down the street, the mechanic's not there, so I go back to the guy, and I said, you have to excuse my ignorance, but I don't know how to put antifreeze in a car. I know. I should give up my man card, right? But I don't. So he taught me how to do it. I go home, I did it, all well and good. That night, I said to Joan, let's go over to the bike shop with the tire, and if I have to buy a new one, I will, but I'm determined to get this bike fixed. We go to the bike shop, and the guy says, you don't have a flat, you have a damaged stem where the air goes into the tube. He replaced it for no charge, and here I am back on the trail. So what I'm trying to tell you is adversity is a terrible thing, but you have to overcome it. Trials and tribulations of life are all part of this process that we're all going through. You know, you didn't gain the weight in a day. You're not going to lose it in a day. You're not going to lose it constantly. You're going to go up. You're going to go down. But the trick is to keep improving your health. The bottom line, forget the weight, it's your health. So, a word to the wise. Keep the faith. Keep trying. You will overcome your adversity. And like me, you'll end up back on the bike trail or taking your good walk or being out with friends and having a good time. So I'll see you on the next video. Let me know what you think of this little video because I'm doing it right off the cuff. Bye-bye. Here are some adversity quotes. Problems are messages, said Shakti Gawain. Although the world is full of suffering, it's also full of overcoming it, by Helen Keller. The Darkest Hour is Only 60 Minutes, by Morris Mandel. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor, said Truman Capote.